coast. I'll just tell you about my weather while I wait for some people to pop in. We have a severe wind and we are currently under a flood warning for certain areas, and we have a creek that runs around our house that is tidal. That may well go because we're meant to have rain all week, and my children's school may well be closed at some stage if the rain continues like it is. Fun, joy, and I went to the same school and it never flooded. And it's flooded. Hey, Gary, thank you. Oh, welcome from Greece, Gary. Hey, Bev. Now that I've got a couple of people in here, I'm Ellen Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, as I was saying, on the very, yay, ignore chores. I like that, Donna. Hey, Margine, on the very wet Central Coast. It's really consistent, fairly heavy rain. As I said, we're under a wind warning and a flood warning, and I do live in an area that is prone to certain bits flooding, so getting the kids may be interesting this afternoon. It's rainy in Queensland too. Hey, Cindy, Glenda, it must be raining all the way up the east coast. Hey, Bev, thank you everyone for joining. Now, thank you for everyone who joined me last night for the reminder about our free shipping in Australia. That free shipping is over. I know the free shipping offer is still valid in various places. I think it's finished in the UK and Europe, but you've still got a few hours to go for the US. So whilst it won't help me, I don't want you girls who aren't in my market to miss out on the free shipping, which happens all day on the 17th. But I'm now on the 18th, and I can tell you the future is rainy and dreary and dark. So even though all the blinds are open, raining across the entire world, Gary. Flat tornado warnings in Athens. I did not know that you guys were prone to that in the Mediterranean. Very interesting, Gary. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining. Okay, so last night I showed you what I had planned to work with, and this was the True Loves bundle. Now, you know I had a crafty weekend last weekend. Me, myself, and I had a very crafty weekend. And I did I didn't. My machine that I have that does all the cutting cut a lot of pattern paper over the weekend. It's raining everywhere. Wow. We're meant to get over 100 mils over the weekend or something ridiculous. Hey, Shelley. Hey, Delinda, Kathy and Sheila. You all came in together. So, yes, I have all these die cut pieces that I was looking to work into a project over the weekend, and once again, they didn't work. So I thought I'd show them to you live. I did my washing yesterday. What I could put in the clothes dryer, I put in the clothes dryer, and then the few things that I couldn't are sitting on the air. So I'm okay for washing. I can't hang washing on the line. I don't have any lines that I don't have anywhere to put a clothesline under my pergola. Hey, Bridget, thanks for joining. I don't have anywhere under my pergola where I can put a line. So the area inside or using my dryer is it. Oh my God. Who peeved off the weather gods? That's what I want to know. Okay, so I chose the True Love paper, back to crafting business. And then I thought, now what type of cards am I going to make? I'm thinking I need some thank you cards at the moment. Hey, Alison. So I grabbed out not an oldie but a goodie, but one of my favorites, the So Sentimental set. You guys know I'm a sucker for a good sentiment set. and this has a great thank you. So these are probably going to be customer thank you cards. So I can't thank you enough works. A lot of the thank you sentiments don't quite work for a customer card. I mean, I could use them, but I just prefer to have a more open-ended thank you. So I grabbed this out, and I have grabbed out the So Sentimental dies that bundle with the stamp set. So these come together as a bundle, or you can buy them separately. So you get the stitched scalloped rectangles, and you get all the dies that go around the sentiments. Hello Chris, thank you for watching. Clouds but no rain. Okay. Yes, the weather, I don't know what's happening. So now that we are all up and running and I've told you what I'm doing, I've got everything out. I need some colours. Now, specifically colours in blends. So I'd love you to pick me 2 or 3 colours, please. You go while I set my screen up, which I haven't. Oh, it is a great set, Alison. Totally, totally worth it. Just make sure I'm on mute, which I am. And of course, it's raining and I needed to wash my hair today. So, of course, always happens on hair wash day. Luckily, I do have to get out of the car tonight. I do have to get out of the car at karate. And it's with the son that won't hold an umbrella with me, because I'll have my hands on my walker, and I can't have my hands on my walker, steer the walker, stay upright because I think I broke my toe yesterday, and hold an umbrella. That's just too many tasks. Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz. Okay, I will take 1 green, and that will be Old Olive because Pear Pizzazz is not in blends. No, that's Granny Apple Green. That's not helpful. Okay, Blushing Bride. Ooh, we don't have Blushing Bride in blends, but I will take Petal Pink instead. Is that okay that I take Petal Pink instead? And 1 more colour, please. And if it's not there, I'll choose an equivalent. Okay, while you girls do that, I'll flick you up, turn off the overhead lights so we don't have shadows, and I will continue reading the comments. Yeah, but see, my walker gets bashed around putting it in and out of the car, you see. Gorgeous Grape. Okay, yes, I think I don't think we have Gorgeous Grape in blends. But I may choose Blackberry Bliss. So we've got super dark and a super light. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to. Oh, my toe is super sore. Alison, I dropped a litre bottle of body wash, a full litre bottle of body wash, onto my big toe in the shower yesterday. So ouchie is kind of the understatement. Oh, Rococo Rose. Yes, we need to celebrate Rococo Rose before it goes. So, and those colours look beautiful together. I know you can't see them yet, but just bear with. Okay, so they're the 3 colours. We have Old Olive, Rococo Rose, and Petal Pink. Oh yeah. Apparently I squealed really, really well. Like really well. David came running. My toes don't move, so I don't need to tape my toes together, Cindy. Advantage of my disability, I can barely move my toes. So yay. Okay, I'll go get rid of the shadows and we'll get started. Okay, shadows be gone. And because I wear like clumpy, well, you can hear me walking when I do the light. I wear clumpy orthopedic shoes, so the soles don't have much of a bend to them anyway, and I prefer to wear quite firm socks. So I'm all sorted. I'm all sorted. Sorry, just moving it down a titch. Just a titch. Because what I see on my screen, iPhone screen, is different to what I see on my screen. They are pretty. You girls did good. You did really, really good. Okay. So we're going to do some colouring. And you know, my motto, as always, simple colouring. So as I said, my cutting machine had a bit of a workout. I think I ended up cutting 3 or 4 different sheets of paper, and this was one of them. Because what? I cut snails, I cut these. What else did I cut? I swear I cut something. Oh, I cut ice creams as well. So ice creams that don't, these were all things that don't have dies. So I was not silly. Now I don't want to use the edge bits today, I don't think, but I did keep all the pieces. Oh my god, that must have adhesive under it. I did keep all the pieces with the straight edge because they are still definitely usable, but possibly not for this project. Right. Okay. Oh, not a problem, Chris. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. I appreciate it and love seeing you. Okay, so all these flowers are cut from a 6x12 piece of paper. So I did leave quite a wide margin on them because my cutting machine wasn't particularly happy with me as such. So I had to do a larger margin to get it to do what I wanted it to do. Okay, so all of these are our straight edge pieces, which is good, still usable, just not what I'm thinking of. Good morning, Miss Jane. Thank you for joining. As long as the net works. Yes, I am a bit like that with rain and my house. So if anyone notices anything, please just give me a hi. Hello, Miss Roz. Okay, so I'm going to do some in Daffodil. Why did I say Daffodil Delight? It's okay. I may add Daffodil Delight for the middle, but it will not be one of our main colours. Now, Rococo Rose looks fluorescent. Oops, I went outside the lines. Rococo Rose looks fluorescent when you put it down. Trust me, it doesn't stay like this. It does soak back in quite nicely, but yes, it does look fluorescent as you put it down. So I'm just grubbing in those lines because the flowers tell us the darker areas. Hooray, make it nice and easy. So you can do it 2 ways. You can go light first or you can go dark first. Truly, it doesn't make too much of a difference. We shall see, hey? We shall see which way we like. And colouring in the lines is optional for me today, I think, guys. So but hey, we will see how we go. So very simple colouring. These are simple images that don't need a whole lot of working. You could use 2 different colours if you wanted. I am not today. Just while I've got this in my hand, I'm alternating the petals between using the light on dark than the dark on light. Just what I'm doing, no rhyme or reason. So, has everyone got all their outgoing in colour supplies? Because I'd like to hear that you have it all under control and that I don't need to keep reminding you to order all your reinkers, your ribbons, your cardstock, and any pattern paper that you would like. Oh, no problems, Alison. Hey, Delinda. I do love my cutting machine, Delinda, because me and hand cutting, as many of you know, are not necessarily great friends. So my cutting machine does a wonderful job. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly recap these because I am going to be using them again, but I just don't want to get my hand in them. Hey, Sylvia, have a lovely craft group, Alison. I hope you have a wonderful time. And say hi to anyone I might know in the group, because I don't know if you're doing something with team members or your customers. Okay, so that was light old olive. Oh my dear, I got the shakes. And dark old olive. Now I'm thinking about stamping, and I may use my markers because this is the stamp set. I'll just pop it over here. So what I'm thinking we might be able to use is colour that I can't enough in one colour, and then the thank you in another colour with the markers. See if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you know. Okay, so there's one flower done. Hooray. Actually, no, it's not. I might use So Saffron for the middle of the flower because a yellow pop of colour is always lovely. You guys know I like my yellows and oranges for a pop of colour. And for this card, I kind of want it subtle. Although, that's very alcohol-y. Oh my word. Let's go the dark and see if that's better. I'm thinking so. That has a really bodgy end on it, actually. I'd prefer not to mention which machine I have because I can't sell it. But I do have an electronic cutting machine. Just so I hope you girls understand that I just don't want to mention it. Okay, this big one. So I'm going to, these are smaller petals, so I'm going to do a number at a time. So this is, oh, that was dark petal pink, you silly ning nong. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it. Right. Not helpful. But all those are going to be dark petals. I am going to be able to darken it up. You watch what I do with these petals over here. Now we're doing it the right way. Light petal pink. And then I'm going to flick in the dark petal pink. So these will be a lovely contrast. We'll have a lovely bouquet here. Now I can just dab in these darker areas because you can layer up single colours. I don't think that looks too bad. I'm sure I could make it look better, but we're not. We'll make this bud also petal pink. I might do 3 petal, I don't know. Just adding the depth with the darker colour. I'll do the big one, Rococo Rose, and I will do this one in the light as well. But they will all have the same dark, so saffron flower center, and I need to add so saffron to my list of markers that I need to replace, because they get used in classes, they get well used by me, they just need replacing from time to time, and I am totally okay with that. Sorry, I'm not looking at any comments right this very second because I can't colour and look at comments at the same time, which is why I'm rambling. Looks fine. I can talk to you about it later, Cindy. It's just I prefer not to talk about it because I don't sell it or have any suggestions for lotions, creams to use and craft. Well, I use an Aussie brand called Mugu, and they're amazing because I have eczema myself. Currently, my elbows are not so happy. And did I do the dark on this? I think I did. My elbows aren't happy, but yeah, I find after, especially after the weekend, my hands were uber dry. But yes, that's what I use, but I don't know if Mugu is available overseas. But that's what I use. Rococo Rose, and I need to recap that cap. So I'm just working on one image at a time, like one cluster of images, because that's how I like to work. I like to see how it comes together. I don't like the ink to dry too much. Otherwise, you need to do a bit more work to fix, not mistakes, but to fix anything you'd like to fix. No, the darker one does look okay, like the darker here, because you would have a bit of natural shadowing anyway. So I'm not totally disappointed by it, because the lightness in the other petals just, yeah, they're going, oh yeah, there's shading there. So there's kind of an illusion that there might be some shading there, but there really isn't. Okay. Going to colour a few more petals. As you can see, haphazard today. Just don't just want to get them done, but I do just want to get them done. And you girls know I can do the super fancy colouring, but who has time for that? Have lots to do. Not that I'm running. I was going to run some errands this morning, but I decided not to when I saw the weather forecast and heard all the rain. So I do just go over and re-blend those harsher edges, and then that creates those nice lighter areas. You get some unexpected results. Like I really like that corner there of that that petal. Now I do try to do straight flicky lines, but that never happens, never ever. And as I said, I'm just following the detail that is already in the image. No use reinventing where there might be shadows. They've told us where the shadows are, so let's just go with it. Right, and just blend those. Then we have the flower centers and the one leaf. They're very, oh, leaf and the stem. I do have the tremors today. I do have the tremors going today, but we will just work with it. and go from there. Okay, what have I missed? Hello, Miriam. Thank you for joining. No mess on stamp paper. I have, oh, you mean soaking through? That's the back of it. Hang on, let me just go back. Bev, I can talk to you about it later too. Pink petals looks fine. My hands are so dry. Well, I don't know if they've got QV in America either, Glenda. So yeah, I like no scrap on the no mess on the scrap paper, but I do just put it down, especially with the cutout image. It doesn't matter which way you do it, Cindy. It doesn't matter at all. I just had these pre-cut, so this is the way I'm doing this today. And I know soon I will need this replaced as well, but I just looked up and spied that I actually have one. And it's okay leaving some white bits to your images, because they might just be a sun highlight on a glossy leaf or a glossy petal. Oh, I don't even think I'm going to blend that leaf. I actually really like it. So I've got 2 more to go, or 3 more. We'll see how we go. I wouldn't mind making more than 1 card. Did I know? Yes, this is the dark, so saffron. So I'm just using 1 color because there is already so much detail. I just don't want to leave the flower centers white as such. So just went over it. So you can get a bit of a close-up of how all those colors blend so well together. Next, double. So I'll do 1 of each. I might do a large petal pink and the smaller rococo rose. And I love this True Love paper. I haven't spoken to you much about the paper because it's all black and white. So you can leave it all black and white, or you can customize it like I am now. And there are great basic patterns on the back, as you can see here. You've got wonderful basic patterns on the back. So great for backgrounds, just when you need that black and white pop. You've got it there ready to go. Sorry, I will go a bit quiet while I just do this. Grab those outside petal details as well. I think I'm going to leave that as is, because the petal pink doesn't need quite as much blending as the rococo rose. Do that flower center straight up, and I might do this flower center straight up as well. Okay, what have I missed? Hello, Deborah. Thank you. Okay. Yes, mums. Yes, mums, putting lids on. You can all yell at me. There you go. Done. They're not on, but you know, then that way I won't draw on my own hand. Oh, is this the dark or the light? This is the dark. Poo. It's okay. That part of the petal was going to be dark anyway. I knew it looked wrong. I got to it quickly though. They're not going to look bad. We're just going to make it work. That looks better. That's the light. So with this one, I want to do less petals at a time, just because I knew with the petal pink, I didn't need to do as much blending, but with these, because the colours or the matching colours are a little further apart, they can just do with a little blend just to soften the harsh edges. And this one we're going to fill in. And David's going outside to check on the drains, hopefully. I do have a couple of drains around the house that get a little bit unhappy during the rain. Normally it just takes the covers off the drains. Hello, Kerry. Thank you for joining. I know, Delinda. Thank you. I do appreciate you girls looking out for me, and guys as well. So, or anywhere in between, really. Okay, so that outside petal is going to stay quite dark, which I am totally fine with. Try and just capture that edge. Just pretty. I like that. God, I'm going to miss Rococo Rose. Butter. Actually, this one coloured in really quickly. Light first, Ellen. Light, light, light. Okay. And flood both leaves. Isn't it funny? This has 2 leaves, but the image that had... Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to do the stem. No one yelled at me. But this one had like 1 leaf for 3 flowers. How weird. Oh, I know it is, isn't it? It so is, Bev. And I mean, they've made it so simple, having the all the detail in the stamps. Oh my God, in the papers, ready to go. Can you guys hear the rain outside my window when I stop talking? I think this paper would also hold up really well to our watercolour pencils and the blender pen. I think that would work really, really well, actually, because you could get some really nice soft effects with that, and then make it more vibrant using the whatchamacallit, using the blender pen. I did stop talking long enough, Jenny. Shush. Hey, Barbara. You thought it was the buzz. No, it's rain. Assuming it's raining in Victoria, Jenny. Or it may not be. I think you guys are meant to have really nice weather. Please tell me, Jenny, and I'll shut up and keep colouring so you can listen to the rain. Oh, some wink would look good too. Yes. May add some highlights of wink. We'll see where the card goes. Okay, so once I do these two flowers, that will be all my petal pink colouring done, but you can really see how quick and easy this is. Look, we may even stretch all these flowers out over 3 cards. I don't know, but they are all done. I'm happy with not blending, so that's dark, and I love that there's a physical click that you hear, so you know. See, Carol, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate it. Okay, so then we do the 2 Rococo roses. And if you wanted a finer line on these details, you can certainly use the bullet end, but today I'm not, apparently. Okay. Lucky my boys who actually have schools, or my kids who have school sport today, don't actually have to do outdoor sports today, because they will get very, very wet. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to use that colour. My head was thinking something else. And I didn't even have to prompt the children to take umbrellas to school today. They did it all by themselves. Hey Linda, thanks for joining. Louisa is 5, Jenny. And she is enjoying the wet weather because she's just sleeping the day away. It's all dark inside of the house. Well, I do have some lights on, but I don't. I only need lights on for the rooms I'm using today. So the kitchen, the lounge room, because I've got to walk through it. Need to see where I'm walking, otherwise that might be a titch dangerous. Just a titch. Okay. And last bit of blending, and I think we shall all be good. And light and light, dark and dark. Do these flower centers just with the dark So saffron. Been using blends a bit lately. I must be back in the habit. It's quite nice and relaxing. Okay, so I think. Oh, do you know what I didn't shade? I didn't put any shading on my flower or my flower bud. Just notice that. There we go. Instant depth. So I'm going to go differently. I'm going to go dark to light this time. And then blend with the light. I think I went a lot more heavy-handed with this one, but that's okay. And I went very much out of the lines, but I covered that out by going outside the lines. That is all the flowers that I got out colored. So, although I'm thinking, I think thinking because I've got so much color, do I want a colored sentiment or do I want, whoops, they have all come off, or do I want a just black sentiment? The choices. That is, that size is too big. I had lots of blocks out last night using them as weights. For card production. Pop those away. Okay. I am well, thank you, Linda. Oh, that's good. Don't forget the stem. Did I forget the stem again? I did. Thank you for the reminder. That can just stay white. I won't add anything else to that. Okay. Definitely on white paper. Oh, yes, definitely white. So let's see what I've got in my scraps. Whisper white. Oh, sorry. It still says that. And technically this still is whisper white paper. But you know. Okay. Let me grab the die. Yeah, so this goes with this die, and making sure these pieces of paper are wide enough. Actually, I just had a fantabulous idea. Okay, so we are going to Stampin' Memento. I know Black Sentiment will pop. No, I didn't, Jenny. My electronic cutting machine cut them. I don't have that much time in the day. I will need this out. This will probably stamp. No, that didn't stamp. Crappy. I expected it to. I think I can get 3 cards out of this. So I have an idea in my head on how to add color to this stamp. Now these stampings aren't perfect. They're really not perfect. I don't know whether it's the inking, but I can only get 3 out of this, out of the paper that I've got scrap. Okay, right. Now I'm going to grab out my mini machine, my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and cut them out. So have these. They can go there, that can go there. Helps if I get out the die. Okay, so perfect. I will lay this all out before I add my thought of colour. I'll see if you girls can guess my thought of colour or not. Now, I use my silicone mat, pop my machine on it so it doesn't move because we are on paper and not on my desk. Right, now I have my number 1 plate and my 2 number 2 plates. And yes, one of my number 2 plates is extremely well used, which shows you how much I love this machine. So this sentiment just fits in this perfectly, but this die can be used for so much. It's one of those fantastic sentiment dies, or one of those fantastic shape dies that can be used for so much, and you get the pretty stitched detailing as well. So that can go there, that can go in the... I've got a very full recycling bin, girls, so I can tell I've been crafting up a storm when my recycling bin is that full. Okay. So no one ever said, can you really hear the rain? I think Cindy half answered me, and I'm not sure. And then if I do need more thank you cards, I've got heaps more bits, and this sentiment is really easy to line up and to replicate. Okay. I love how easily this machine runs through. You don't hear the rain. I'm surprised because the rain certainly isn't quiet. That can go up there. Put the machine away. So some really simple die cutting, some really simple colouring, and now we're going to make a simple card. Or cards, because we're going ×3. Okay, everything's in a tone so I don't lose it. I'm just going to have a swig of water. Perfect. So, have these and these. Now, we're going to have a closer look at these papers now, because we are going to choose some patterns. So, these, I'm looking more at the basic patterns at this stage and seeing what I might want to lie this piece on. Or that polka dot. Oh, look at those ones. They're peonies, aren't they? Oh, that polka dot. Is it too white, the polka dot? Or am I better for going with something with a bit more black and doing this? So I'm looking, what's calling me is the stripe and the polka dot. And I can get 3 card bases out of each of those strips. Or do I go like, so, diagonal, polka dot, or stripe? Ah, it is. It's perfect. Hey, Anne, thanks for joining. Yes, and that's what I've done today, Anne. So waiting for votes. While I'm waiting, I will just grab my Stampin' Scrub, and off to the side I will clean off my stamp, because I'm definitely only using making 3 cards. So using my Stampin' Mist in my scrub. I'm not even looking at the votes, girls. I do need to buy a new one of these. Okay, 2 stripes, 1 dot. Okay, that's nice and clean. So for those of you, while you vote, all I've done, and I can do it again, so I pop the spray on this side and that cleans it. And then I dry it off on this side, and it's dry, conditioned and cleaned, ready to put back in my stamp box, which I will do now. What about one of each? Oh, now, Bev, that's just being logical. Why didn't I think about Bev? Oh my God, Bev, you're a legend. Seriously. Oh, helps if you put it in the right way. Now, I always keep the backing sheets for the stickers, because they don't actually, they tack onto the image sheet. They don't actually, where they really stick onto the plastic. So I find keeping the imaging sheet easier for me. You can see the flowers on each, Jan. I won't be using those sizes, but I can certainly show you. So you have daisies, you have, they look like cabbage flowers. And then you have peonies. We have a sheet of this, and then the other 2 patterns are those. So you've got your 2 matching cabbages, you've got a mixed, you've got more open peonies. I love that you're laughing at me. And cabbage and the daisies. So one of each. Let's see which one we like better. And then you know what not to do when you make the card. Well, I think we just made it easy, Bev Maker, for ourselves. And we're going to do one of each. And you know what? I'm going to be really smart and see if I can cut. Do you know what? Put the block away, Ellen. There we go. I'm going to try and be really smart and cut 3 pieces of paper at once. Because it isn't cardstock, they cut like a dream. Okay. It's just like cutting one whole piece, but we're cutting 3. I am thinking though, we may need some kind of platform for this to sit on. I'm thinking it may actually have to be black. You know the colour Ellen hardly uses. Okay. See, I don't think I necessarily need something on this card, but I think the edging gets a little lost white on white. So I'm thinking my 2¼ inch circle punch. Ow, 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 bending my toe. But I need to. Okay, right. You know what would have been easier? Actually getting up off my chair. Oh, that's nice. Ah, see? I think that's just enough black to ground it, and I can do that to all of them. So I'll grab out my black, see what scrappage I have. Oh, I have an, oh my God, look how old. I will let you tell me what die set this is, and you can tell me how old this piece of scrap is. I know you can't see it at the moment. Tell me the die name. How old is that, my loves? My word. The things you find. I'll take it out and I'll pop it in Ivy's pile of things, but wow. Blast from the past. Now, I don't think I can, but we shall see. No, I can't. Top note. Yes. Very good work, Cindy. Gold star for you for knowing your retired Stampin' Up! Products. Rather impressive, madame. I do try and get fairly close to the edges, so not to waste the cardstock. It was an all-time fave for me as well. You can see I must have used half of it on something here, but yeah, love it, love it. Okay, I think now that I have these, I will be much happier. So I'll show you what it will look like. So you can see how that black circle, I could have used vellum as well, but you know, I resisted the urge. So you can see how that just gives it something. Just allows it not to sink into the background. Okay, and then I will put that dot, it's not a dot, it's a circle. Ah, yes, I love that hippo die set as well. I did say to myself I would use it this week after talking about it last video, but I will pause for a second and write the hippo dies on my to-do list, and I shall endeavour to do something with the hippo label dies next week. How about that? Because I'm always looking for ideas, even though I'll have class cards to share with you. Hippo labels. Because I'll have 4 cards from class to share with you. And then none of the cards are any you've seen. So this can go over to the side in Miss Ivy's box. It does make it pop, doesn't it? Yay! I hope you don't lose this pack either. I just don't did you lose it in your reorganizing, or did you put it in a really safe place? And I know you're going to say, if I knew that, Ellen, I'd be able to find it. I can hear you say it now, Cindy. Love you lots. Okay. And here, my outside of my multi-purpose glue got so gluey and sticky. I did try and clean it with orange oil last night, but it was still sticky and yucky, so I just cut it off, because I am pretty sure I'm at the end of my glue, because I did so much gluing last night after I finished with you guys. You have no idea. My prediction was correct. I feel like I'm the die cutting queen at the moment with all the die cutting I've done over the past week. I've still got more die cutting because I was putting together my Christmas Stampathon cards, and I've used 2 of something on the card. And I didn't die cut 2 for each card. I die cut 1 for each card. And then she'll have to use vellum on everything, Donna. So I have to sit here and, you know, just enjoy my craft time a bit more and cut out more of my alluded to element for my card. I can't tell you the element for my Christmas Stampathon card because it'll give away the theme. So I'll let you guess and I won't tell you. but they're coming together quite nicely. I think I might be able to film that. Might be able to film that when either tomorrow or early next week. Storage, how does that happen? Strange, how does that happen? Yeah. Does it have a home now that you've lost it? Does it have a home that it'll go immediately into? I am thinking because we're losing Rococo Rose, we are going to have Rococo Rose card bases, because it's a good way to bid it a fond farewell is by using it and loving it. And I was checking the inventory list this morning, and all of the re-inkers for the in colours are on back order. But if you put in an order while it is still available in the catalogue, you're guaranteed to get it. So I saw that there are quite a number coming into the warehouse, and there aren't that many on back order at the moment. So they are on order, they are on the way. Oh no! Well, you can return it, Cindy. I'm hoping you know about that. If you do double buy something, you have 90 days to return it, and you can return it for credit in your bank account, or you can return it on the return form. You can choose which product you'd like instead. But you know, we've all done that. I've done that in my, not only my 10 years as a demonstrator, but my 15 years as a being around Stampin' Up. Oh, good. I'm glad you know you can return, but now everyone else who may not have known you can return. And if you're one of my customers, I can provide you with that form, and you just post it back. Okay. So the only thing we've really got to work out is our placement of our flowers, but I'd say we're doing fairly well. Considering I did all that colouring, I think we're doing swimmingly. Well, do you know what, Anne? Over the years, I have broken and misplaced dies. So I told you I was on the end of this glue. So having two sets of dies hasn't necessarily been a bad thing. Fair enough, Cindy. At least you know you've got the option there. Oh, this black looks really nice on the Rococo Rose. Have used this colour quite a bit, and for flowers, actually. I've used it for a number of flowers, which has been really, really nice. So, oh, on the wrong side. Is this a set of cards that you girls would make? Oh, I may have to give up, because I was up to this spot last night, and I really do think we've hit the bottom of the barrel. That can go in the bin, and I did have one hiding somewhere. I have a new one hiding the other day. Aha, I found it. So these do have a bit of a protective barrier on them, so you know it's not been opened previously. So you just, I'm just going to use my teeth here. You can't buy refills for this glue, Anne, so I can't exactly refill it. And I'd already stretched out the nib, the applicator. I'd stretched it out by getting rid of a clog, so it really needed replacing. So it wasn't that nice fine tip. I'd put a paper piercer down there and I'd stretched it, so it just needed replacing. Okay, pull this across, push it back, straighten it up. That will do. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not that. Yeah, I had given that a good go last night and just then. And I do, you girls know, I store it upside down. So I'd given it all, oh God, new glue, Ellen, squeeze lightly. New glue slightly. Okay, I'll just give it a half twist. It's not completely sealed. Okay, and then we will have to vote once these cards are done, which one you prefer. Oh, come on, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, didn't want it that much wiggle, wiggle. Oh, I've put it on the wrong side as well. This is the side I use the bone folder on, so it's a titch shiny, but that's okay. Okay, so now time to divvy out our flowers. So we could do that one, and then this one. I'm just playing at the moment with in between and to think, just thinking. I don't know if that was my belly growling or not. Is that really sad that I don't even know if that was my belly? One, I might just I like that, but they do need to be, oh, I've got it wrong way around, so that's not helpful. So they need to be connected as such. Happy with that one, I think. I don't like having like two on the one because those big ones are too big. So I'm going to have a leftover one, which I'm fine with. Can't pick this up. But this one, I think, trying to work out which way's up and which way's down. I think I like that layer. Although, because we've got the Rococo Rose card base, I think yes, I think that's a better balance of colour. Okay, I'm going to lose this die if I don't put it away. Okay, so now sticking and plonking. I know the black and white DSP, and that's actually a breach of copyright, just so you know. I wouldn't encourage anyone to photocopy it because it's not supporting Stampin' Up and buying their products. So you pay for the artists and they do amazing work. So I would hate to not have them supported. Okay, so I'm going to slide that there. Then I'm going to put the sentiment down, and then I will slide in the top one. So sort of working bottom up, but stick one thing and then kind of go from there. It might be your belly. Hang on, but you've already had dinner, Cindy. I haven't eaten lunch, but because I washed and dried my hair this morning, I had a later breakfast than what I normally would. And I was a nice mum and drove the children to school so they didn't get drenched catching the bus. So it was a bit later all around this morning, but that was okay. And then I watched Ruth while I was dealing with some emails. Oh, I really like that. That's lovely. Although I do feel like we could do with some bling, and I'm thinking they're elegant, and they're in the petal pink. They're the elegant faceted gems will work really, really well for this. Yes. And I like that these edges on the lighter one just blend into the paper. I mean, I always like a white halo edge anyway. That is way too much glue. I love to hate new glues. Okay, so pop that there. And because I have as I said, the machine wasn't perfect with this paper, but I can cover up this bodgy corner. It was pretty good, but that's why I've got the larger halo. I normally prefer a bit of a thinner halo around my cut images, even when I'm cutting them, even though I don't cut evenly. I do prefer that. So just hold it this side. That works out perfectly. Just straighten it up. But yeah, I think those elegant faceted gems will just bring the image, bring the card together, and just that finishing touch it needs. David's been laughing all morning. I'm glad to see he enjoys his work and enjoys the people he works with. I know this is going off the edge a little, but I shall trim that. And then my boo-boo there, I will just cover up with the sentiment. I could, because I do have plenty of the petal pink. I'm just thinking, sorry, I'm thinking without looking at this stage. These will be perfect for my customers. I think I will definitely sit down and make some more, but I haven't got the priority of needing them like straight away. I can pop these into my stash. Okay, so what I like with this pattern is that the edges of the sentiment hit both those darker black lines so they don't melt into the white background. Okay, cap my glue. Thank you, Delinda. Okay. Right. Let's find these gems. I know they're in here. Ah, that was a simple quick look. Look, you can see how many of the petal pink ones I have. So these ones go with the peony bundle in the annual catalogue, and you get clear, you get the milky, they've got a milky consistency in the petal pink, and these are shimmery white ones. So I think these will go really well to just bringing these cards together. Now, take your pick tool. Oh, I need some goober on the end. Thanks, Bev. I do appreciate you girls hanging around. And I love that these gems come in 2 different sizes. So this was just an area that was just crying out for some love. So got a little awkward area here that I am going to make not so awkward by giving it a purpose. So I didn't realize as I was putting it down, I was creating an awkward opening there. So I've got those 2 awkwardish areas out of the way. So, and I kind of want 3 clusters. Now I'm sure I do actually have another pack of these because, you know, I'm me. And of course I have another pack. Come on. And 1 and 2 and 3. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, I think I want to change this one out for a larger one. And maybe just tuck the larger one. I just want it to have some connection, and it's just under the corner of that, so that directs your eye through the card. So on to this one. Thank you. Well, you girls chose the colours, kind of, sort of. I did ask for audience participation at the start, which was very welcome. So I'm going with the angle here of the paper, and I'll just put a little sprinkling up here. And I'm not being shy with these. Okay, like that one, final one. Got my sprinkling here, and you can also put these on the embellishment, the sentiment as well. So here I'm just going to put one here because I don't have a lot of room here. So then I might go over here, or I might, so triangle wise I'm going to go up here. Okay. And do you know what? I might just use little ones. So 1, and I might use just 2 up here. Although, there we go. So there, all in different places. That is the 3 cards that I have made. I've used the So Sentimental stamp set. Just bring this across. Let me pop these back in their little pouch so I can find them again. We have used the Elegant Faceted Gems, the matching So Sentimental dies, and if I can, we did also use the 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and we used all the blends, which I will grab, and I'm kind of cleaning up on the way. He did use the True Love paper, and I will grab that handful, the handful of blends. So I'll pair them up as they're meant to be paired. So we used Daffodil Delight, So Saffron, Petal Pink, Rococo Rose, and Old Olive. So they're all the supplies I've used. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to purchase these, I would encourage you to go to my shop. I do have a profile link everywhere, if not a shop now button. My pleasure. I will see you guys after class this weekend. So I will be back on Tuesday, and next week my Thursday broadcast may change. I need to confirm a meeting. David is playing with an alarm and is not working out how to stop it. Thank you for the purple hearts, Jane, my favourite colour. So you choose the polka dot one. I don't know what I choose. I like them all. Okay, so is it because you've got 2 clusters of flowers you choose the polka dot one, Bev? Interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Well, I will let you all choose in the comments which is your favourite. So polka dot, diagonal, or stripe. So that will give me something to go back and look at while I wait for the kids when I pick them up from school. Have an amazing weekend. If it is raining, I hope you have a good crafty weekend. And I will catch up with you guys on Tuesday, same time, same place. See ya.